In the age of streaming, we're given the illusion of choice where we have thousands upon thousands of catalogs of movies to choose from, but whenever you have a specific movie in mind that you want to watch, it's conveniently never on any streaming service. So I thought I would start a series where I treat my personal library like a Blockbuster. One particular movie that I wanted to see is Julie and Julia, and my library conveniently had it, so my mom and I decided to watch it together. And this is one of the most wholesome, cozy films that I've seen in a while. It is directed by Nora Ephron, who is the queen of this very cozy, warm atmosphere in every single one of her films. She's able to craft a very authentic look at someone's life. So we follow two different timelines in this film. We follow Julia Child, who lives in France with her husband when she is trying to figure out what is her passion in life, what brings her the most amount of joy, and she eventually finds out that it is cooking. So she decides to take cooking classes in France to really hone in on her skills, and she eventually teams up with a couple of friends to create her cookbook that kickstarted her entire career. Then in the present, we follow a woman named Julie Powell. She lives a very monotonous life. She recently moved to Queens, and she's very unhappy with her job and her current situation when she turns to Julia Child's recipe book, which features 524 recipes, and she decides to challenge herself to make every single one of those recipes in the course of an entire year and blog about it on a very archaic version of the internet that feels so nostalgic to see in a film. This film is a beautiful exploration of two women in two very different time periods finding joy through their shared love of food. And these two different timelines meld together so beautifully in a decently long film that I do think could have been cut short a little bit. And overall, this movie is so comforting. It makes you want to go out and find the thing that brings you joy and makes you feel passionate. There's just this overall sense of warmth and life that I feel like we don't see a lot in modern movies. These sets feel cluttered and lived in, and the wardrobe, it feels authentic and well worn, and everything about it feels softened by the age of time. Nora Ephron really understands how to make a very warm and cozy film that becomes an instant comfort film. So if you have any recommendations for other movies that feel like Julie and Julia, I would love for you to comment them down below, because I was pleasantly surprised and it really left an impression on me. It became an instant comfort movie of mine.